Hi, this is Steve Taylor, franchise expert. I think one of the first things, well, I know one of the first things people ask when I get introduced to them or they find out what I do is, why a franchise? Why not an independent business? And frankly, as a former franchise owner, my mind goes to four basic concepts. The first is, with a franchise, you can measure the performance prior to investing a single penny. We only work with companies that facilitate those type of discussions between potential franchisees and current franchisees. And by having those conversations, you can measure the potential performance, but you can also get an idea what the challenges are, what the joys are, and you can start to understand how this business may play in your world, in your daily life. The second thing is, you don't have to be a creative genius, and that certainly appealed to me because I'm not a creative genius. I'm no Elon Musk. I'm no Thomas Edison. I would say what my superpower is mission focus. Following a plan and working at least as hard as most people. That is what I brought to the table, along with some capital and a few other things. But that's really, in fact, I would say if you are a creative genius, franchising probably isn't the right place for you. The third thing, saving money. I know what you're thinking, Steve. There's franchise fees, 30, 40, 50, $60,000. There's royalties, there's this, there's that. I get it. But you also get a lot for that. And, and it's not just monetary costs, there's time costs. I know as a new business owner, I didn't have a lot of extra time to go develop a website. When I opened my business, I flipped a switch and I had a website. And there are many, many other things like that you get. And in fact, that's one of the things you look at when you start looking at franchises. What do I get when I'm, is it worth, this money I'm investing? It's all documented. It's all in plain English and in black ink. Finally, the fourth thing, and I'm gonna quote a study, and I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit, so stick with me. So there was a study done of restaurants, how they performed over the pandemic, and what they found is franchise restaurants performed head and shoulders better than their independent counterparts. I'm going to give two examples cited in the article, but I am going to give you my own assertion at the end. But the first reason they found was having a franchisor, that kind of the overarching partner, helped navigate some of the health issues, financial issues, supply chain issues, all those things was incredibly helpful. As an independent businessman, you're trying to put food on the table, you're trying to serve your customers, you're trying to get the best price from the vendors, and there's a huge value in having that franchisor that helps you navigate those things. The second thing is they found franchisees were much more financially stable. And it wasn't just a matter of having more money. They found that almost didn't matter as much as being financially conversant, understanding how the books need to be presented or maintained, understanding how to get loans, how to apply for federal programs, how to work with the SBA, all those things. Again, as an independent business, it's a little bit challenging, but being a franchisee, there is significant value in your franchisor partner, or the value they brought was substantial. Finally, and this is my own belief, And again, this comes from being a franchisee for 10 years, is you have a built-in group of peers, non-competitive peers with very, very similar businesses. These are people you can talk to. When I left my network, I had 150 people I knew I could call almost at any time. They'd pick up and they'd walk me through an issue. Hugely valuable. And I believe it's a key reason so many franchisees have not only survived, but prospered during the pandemic.